SVG is Jason Dackman here with another edition of the SVG New Sponsor Spotlight. We've got an exciting one for you guys here. A company called Adrenaline, and I've got the CEO and co-founder Casey Huke with me right now. Casey, thanks so much for taking the time. Really appreciate it.
My pleasure, Jason. Really appreciate the opportunity to talk with you.
Sure. So, Adrenaline is for us stat geeks and analytics people out there, really quite the gold mine. So, for those that aren't familiar with Adrenaline, tell us a little bit about the company, your background, how you came up with the model and the concept, as well as your co-founder, who a few people might know.
Sure. Yeah, so Adrenaline, kind of what we do is that we take kind of a big historic database of football information and build predictive models out of it. So we're able to really sit on top of the NFL's next gen stats, sensor data, and make sense of it in real time and do things like describe plays or describe schematic elements and also make predictions. Will the next play be a run or a pass? Who's likely to get the ball? What might the coverage be? So it's a real deep dive into, American football information. And our background is that the company really spun out of a company that I had that started in 2011 that built software for NFL teams and major college football teams. So it was kind of business intelligence software for coaches, help them design databases and track all of the necessary data to kind of run their programs. One of the things that we worked on was a product that would help them chart games in real time. So a coach is tracking what their opponents are doing with pen and paper. We designed a kind of software system to help track what teams were doing to help predict what they might do. Unfortunately for us, the NCAA, which was going to allow computers in the stadiums, banned software in between 2016 and 17. So we had kind of developed a product with no outlet. And thoughts around that are really what ended up spinning into what Adrenaline is. We started to really think about utility of real-time data, of predictive, elements. Right around then, PASPA was repealed in 2018, so sports betting kind of came on our radar. So we thought that there would be a real utility of, our kind of historic database of information being integrated with live data and using AI to kind of generate, insights and engagement tools for the NFL fan, basically. And our background was, once we started thinking about that, we really wanted to create a company that focused on that. And that coincided with meeting Sean Lee, who's, was the Cowboys captain for, better part of a decade, all pro linebacker, obviously one of the smartest guys to have ever played the game. He was really interested in AI and football and utility. So we were introduced through a mutual friend and really hit it off. And that's when Adrenaline really got started. And then over the past couple of years, that's when we created the partnership with NFL Next Gen Stats to really bring our models to life, where we can get involved with the sensor data that gets collected by the NFL in real time and really articulate our insights so that it's, in the milliseconds. It's not happening after the game or post-game analysis. It's happening while the game's occurring.
For sure. Yeah, absolutely. So, this all sounds phenomenal, but what really got me excited was when I actually saw it in action, and that was with the Monday Night Football Playbook Altcast that you worked with ESPN on. Can you tell us about that partnership a little bit, and how it was such a great outlet for the tools that you guys have created to create a different kind of experience for hardcore fans that really didn't exist before?
Yeah, I mean, it was almost the perfect marriage. We were introduced through the NFL offices to Phil Orleans and Tim Reed at ESPN, and they were looking to create an NFL version of their very successful alt statcasts. So they've done these statistic-heavy, AI-friendly broadcasts of Major League Baseball and the NBA, and they wanted an outlet in football. So we, were introduced last summer. We kind of were kindred spirits and had developed some of the technologies that they were imagining. And we had always been looking, we were saying, for the real hardcore football fans or for fans that are looking really for the why, why are plays happening? We were looking for that partner to help us kind of be able to broadcast that. ESPN happened to be looking for the same kind of information with the same idea of engaging that same kind of viewer. And it was kind of a match made in heaven. We were able to show kind of our models working on, historic data, which got them, considering, well, hey, this can actually work.
Right.
We ended up plugging in through their live data in a very short timeline and started to show that this really could happen, and these insights could drive an entire broadcast and the announcers. Really what we see this is like these are tools to help tell the story of the game. So they're kind of this extra element an announcer can reference to kind of talk a viewer through why are things happening? What is a team trying to do by changing personnel or formations? How is that impacting, the offense and defense? So that was really, the perfect pairing. They happened to be looking for what we had, and we were looking for someone that really saw the media landscape the same way we do, which is fans are more engaged than ever. They're more informed than ever. There's an outlet there of people really that watch a normal broadcast and want to know why. Why are these things happening?
Sure.
And they can't get to that level yet until, Monday Night Football playbook, in our opinion.
Yeah, and it was really impressive. You guys did remind me 6 regular season games and a playoff game. Is that how many there were?
We did 5 games in all.
Sure, got it. Okay, cool. And really, I mean, again, it built from the beginning all the way into the playoffs to become between your guys' technology, some of the technology ESPN already had, and the commentary. Again, it was a dedicated commentary team. Really created a unique experience. So coming out of that now, certainly imagine you guys are pretty excited, and there's plenty of potential for other opportunities here. What can we expect from Adrenaline throughout the rest of 2026?
Yeah, so we are hoping to get the final green light to continue this for next season at ESPN. I think some of our data, we're talking to other broadcasters about integrating some of this information directly into the booths. One of the partners that we had with ESPN was a company called G3DVU, and they were about putting the graphics on the screen. And they were a wonderful group to work with. But we also think there's an element of just informing the announcers in real time. So some of the broader broadcasts that may not want to dedicate kind of new technologies, it's like, well, first integrate it, give this kind of insight to their announcers to be able to articulate it in real time. So that is kind of a next avenue that maybe the broadcasters that don't want to dedicate, an alternative broadcast or put things on the screen, we can start to integrate the data into the actual booths themselves. So that is kind of a next step from a media standpoint.
Very cool. All right. Well, Casey, appreciate you taking the time. Welcome aboard to SVG, and really excited to see what you guys have coming down the line.
Well, really appreciate it. It was a great experience with you yesterday, Jason, and really appreciate the opportunity to talk with you.
Awesome. Well, for more information on Adrenaline and to check out actually SVG's full story on MNF Playbook, just go to sportsvideo.org and search MNF Playbook, and you'll see our full story there. Certainly stay tuned for more news at sportsvideo.org about Adrenaline, as well as SVG Play and the SVG YouTube channel.